Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wayne Gaming. Just having me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Light My Way. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Yet she has perfect focus, like the perfect arrow slicing through the air to hit its target. You don't get to be the headmistress of Tyrannon by being anything less than excellence itself. I hear Fabian's shallow breathing filling the silent room again. The sound creeps at me with every passing second, making me squirm in my bed. My stomach's had enough of it. I need to leave the room because I don't want to hear those strangled gasps anymore. I'm sorry for everything I did. Please, take me somewhere safe. I don't want to hurt anyone else. Whatever this is, I don't want it. Make it go away, please. James comes over and hugs me, but this time I don't feel him equalizing the sadness from putting Fabian and Darius in here. Maybe he can't. Maybe he shouldn't. What was I thinking trying to run away? What good would it have done? How could my parents help? They never understood me my entire life. How could I be so stupid? So stupid! Get the fuck out of my head! Shit, I let those words slip out louder than I intended, and now all eyes are on me. The zebra's warm embrace dissipates in seconds as if I opened a window in the middle of a blizzard. What's going on? I don't know. There's someone or something saying stuff in my head. What kind of stuff? It told me to leave uni when you caught me. I followed it. I thought to myself it would look suspicious if I did try to leave, but when the voice said run, I did. It felt like I said it, but I know it wasn't me. I couldn't stop myself, though. Miss Refulgence looks at me while massaging one of her temples. Her expressions range now from annoyed to surprised to uncertain. It's starting to concern me that out of all folks, she's losing focus. A voice. Just one? One, or two. I think it was the same one, but it sounded different one time. I don't know. Right. Did I tell you to hurt anyone, or did it tell anyone to hurt anyone or yourself? Aside from telling me I could eat Fabian? I can't possibly tell them that. That everything they said about me being a TSG member would come true in this very moment. There's a time and a place to explain myself, and that's most definitely not now. No, nothing like that. Good. Good. James will escort you to my office. Aster should be there already. Do not let him out of your sight, James. I need to take care of something for Mr. Gennara. It shouldn't take long, and I'll be with you soon enough. Can I please see Darius? I want to know if he's okay. He's fine. He's awake and confused, but fine. You'll get to see him. Some other time. Some other time. They're right not to let me near him anyway. What if another one of my foxes makes a run for it? Yes. Some other time. I'm about to leave the room with James, but I look back towards Fabian, realizing that his aspect is nowhere to be seen. We're walking towards the office and we'll reach it in a few minutes at this pace. Yet we're not saying a word to each other on the way there. I would like to say something, anything, but right now I can't trust myself enough to do even the simplest of things. What I need is a deep, long sleep. That sounds perfect. And to add to the promise of waking to a world where all this has vanished, a realm where troubles are no more than shadows at the edge of a dream. Unlike the reality I'm in now, where those same shadows are lurking around me, slithering dark voices in my head telling me the most terrible of things, and having my life become akin to a pawn on a chessboard that others can move around as they please. There you are. Excellent news, James. News? And excellent as well? Funny. Listen here. I thought there must be something unique about the fox, but not unheard of. What if it happened before, for someone to have multiple aspects? It was just a hunch, but I dug through a lot of the old archives at Tyrannon. Ancient, I would say. And look at this. His infectious excitement is getting to me. Another folk with more aspects? Please make it so. One good thing. Give me just one good thing at least. This predates the Grand Unification. How does Tyrannon have something like this? Everything pre-unification was either burned or lost. I'm sure Catherine will rub both her temples once she sees this. Can I see as well? Aster's voice stiffens up along with his body as I move closer to him. I know he's not scared of me, but his weariness is palpable. It concerns you, so yes. There it is, right in front of me. A scroll of some sort, a fox drawn on it with a lot of shadows surrounding it, which I assume are aspects. It looks and smells old. It must have been hidden well for it to be in the state it's in right now. But the timing of it, that the eagle found it right as we were about to meet up. I need to know more about that folk first. It could be my ticket out of this hellish ordeal. Who is that? From what it says here, which is still written in pre-unification carnivore language, The fox is supposed to be the one responsible for the grand unification. The one who tipped the scales in favor of the herbivores and the allies. My mouth's open and hanging. It's a fox! A fox, maybe just like me, responsible for the unification? Are you joking, Aster? What is this, a story for pups? I thought so too, but then there's a passage written here that translates to, if there were 1,000 of me, nobody would be left to oppose me. That sounds like a straight-up villain, but mostly like a badly written novel. It's a rough translation, so bear with me here. I don't spend my time learning dead languages. Everyone would stand together. That's what it says. If there were 1,000 of me, everyone would stand together. What? Did I just say... What did I just say? What? Was the voice telling you that? A voice? He hears voices. The aspects must be talking to him. We all had them speak to us at some point or another. When aspects talk to us, it's a private conversation, and we know who's talking because we see each other. He hears stuff. Conventional thinking is no longer of any use here. Lucian, is something else talking through you? Fucking hell. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Okay. No, I don't think so. I knew what that text meant, but I knew I shouldn't. I didn't even know there was a pre-unification carnivore language. It's not a secret, but it's also something that has been best left forgotten. Terrible things come from hearing this language out loud. The common language we all use now was established so that everyone can leave the past in the past. You could read it, though, and translate it as well. What else can you read from here? Esther spreads out the scroll on Miss Refulgence's desk. It feels wrong, like we're desecrating some holy place. We're gonna get scolded for this for sure once the Panther's here. The initial excitement I had going pauses as it makes way for my loud, grumbling stomach announcing the obvious. Perhaps we should eat first. I'll send for some food. What's that secretary's name again? Kai? Karen? It's Kieran, sir. The wolf opens the door, giving away the fact that he was eavesdropping. He's the eyes and ears of Miss Refulgence, and it's obvious why. I didn't realize he was behind the door, and neither did James and Astor. Kieran must know how to act in such situations, and Miss Refulgence might be the reason for that. Seeing as you were listening in, then you should know we want to get some food as fast as possible. We have serious matters to discuss. I understand, but you see, you can't eat here. It's not allowed. Most I could bring you is tea. We need food. Cat will understand. I'm sure she wouldn't. Her office is a sanctuary of knowledge. Eating here, using her desk as a cafeteria table, would be the end of us in no uncertain terms. I'd love to follow up on that, but I can't let you eat here. Are you daft? We want food, so go get us some. The wolf is flustered enough as it is, but he's not budging. He's averting James's strong gaze, yet he's standing strong with his definitive answer. Would you all come to eat in my office, please? It's next to this one. I will go and get the food for myself. I'll get the food myself for you. We all look at each other, dumbstruck by the simple solution. Esther packs up the scroll, and I notice James seems somewhat relieved that we aren't going through with our meals being eaten here. I doubt it's fear that's keeping him in check. It looks more like respect to me. It's what I'm beginning to have for the Panther. Yes, right. That makes sense. Kieran leads the way to his smaller office. It's effective enough for what we need right now. The wolf checks his desk, moving things around and placing some in drawers. He leaves out the wooden wolf bust on top of the folder shelf. I smile looking at it, Kieran winking at me. It is beautiful craftsfolkship after all. I'll head to the cafeteria and get you today's menu. Is that fine with everyone? No complaints, so the wolf is out of sight in a matter of seconds, assuring us he'll return as soon as possible. Sometimes something tugs at me, as if there's a missing piece on all this. Shouldn't we have Miss Refulgence here? We can fill her in once she's done with the infirmary. Let's get as much information as we can from this. Can I get some water, though? There are a few bottles in the fridge, I think. The break lasted longer than expected, and everyone slowed down. I haven't had a moment's peace in such a long time, but I'm also determined to figure things out. If I can translate this, maybe it will fix something about this situation. Let's get started, then. I agree. Let's have some fun. No, not right now. Not this again. I don't think this is the right time to do this. What do you mean? You translated a key part of the text. We're here to do this exact thing. There's someone else talking to me right now. Lucian? I said there's someone else talking to me. Is there something wrong, kid? Talk to us. I am. Can't you hear me? Nope. What? Muted. Who are you? I'm your best friend. Stop messing around. Let me talk. Where's the fun in that? Fun? This isn't fun. Where are you? Right behind you. I turn around expecting to see something else other than the wall. Now you look like a crazy fox. Congratulations! Get out of my head! And why would I do that? Please, please, leave me alone. Well, alright, now that you ask so nicely. Lucian! Yes, can you hear me? Of course we can. You zoned out and turned around looking for something. Saying something right now will dig an even deeper hole for me at this point. And I am so scared of what that panther will do if I tell her what's happening to me. But if I keep it in any longer, I'm exhausted with everything, that's all. Let's wait for Kat then. I'm sure we'll all figure it out once she's here. And where's that wolf with the food? How far away is the cafeteria? We'll get it sooner or later. Makes no difference. Lucy, are you capable of translating more now? Are you? Why aren't you gone already? What? No, not you. I was talking to... To whom? Please, let me go. I want to sleep and forget, please. Both teachers exchange glances. I'm not sure what's going on in my head anymore. There's so much noise. Want to hear a funny story? So there's this fox, right? And he's going insane. The end. Oh, God. My screams fill the small office as my mind lets go of my consciousness. I realize I'm having an out-of-body experience, looking down at the chaotic figure that's screaming and screeching, clawing at the wall, snarling at its own paws. I'm going through a full-blown meltdown, losing it completely, an uncontrolled mess reminiscent of a mythical yet rabid elder from a bygone era before we all became the folk we are today. I deserve to be committed to a psychiatric ward, a place where I wouldn't be able to hurt anyone. The ray of hope arrives in the form of the Black Panther, her paw already armed with her trustworthy syringe. Her movements are precise, and as I feel the cold flow of the medicine pushing into my bloodstream, I see the crazed animal that is me slow itself down. Yet a moment later, its wild roar draws out the defensive stance of the three teachers. The leap towards Mr. Fulgence doesn't reach her, as if she vanished in thin air. I drift in and out of my own body, vivid flashes of violent, blood-red teeth forcing themselves in my mind's eye with each of my attempts to resume control of myself. I get jabbed again with a smaller syringe, but I'm not giving in, still desperate to rip the meat off the folk around me. Failing that, I try to bite my own fingers, but James grabs my mouth, holding it in place. Etcher immobilizes my arms, gripping them tight while his talons sink in the wall behind me, finally paralyzing my movements. And then the tears start flowing, in between the hoarse sounds bellowing from my throat. I'm no longer a spectator, my colorful eyes now shining bright again, begging the Panther to do whatever's necessary. I struggle to hold myself together, my muscles tensing harder as I curse my inability to do anything. There's nothing left that I can do, nothing left for me to get out of this. I think of Darius, of Fabi, and of Atlas, of my parents. And then, finally, a few words escape from my white, frothing mouth. Help me! Ah, damn. Oh, God, this is so good. Oh, man. All right. Oh, God, I can't wait to see what else comes of this story, y'all. It looks like Lucian has... Oh, it's so good. This is such high production values. My God. Light My Way. It was filmed in front of a live studio. No. But yeah, God. Definitely seems like he harbors aspects of several carnivorous aspects. That can be a major problem. He's going to have to learn how to control them, or they're going to control him. Alright, anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout-out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silver, and thank you but above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Teresm Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to our ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits and get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5, alrighty? I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!